The Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply Management of Nigeria (CIPSMN) says Nigeria can only develop and fight corruption if procurement professionals are engaged. President of the institute, Ado Jubrin, said corruption could not be fought if professionals were not engaged, given that about 60% of the federal government's budget execution was based on procurement. Jubrin said this in an interview with the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, on the sidelines of the induction of fellows and members into the Chartered Institute in Abuja.
No, I think if it is practiced, I think it will really encourage and it will bring prudence in the system if it is practiced as it is supposed to be. But for now, actually, that's why if you look at what is happening in the country, everywhere fraud. If you look at the fraud, where it is mostly in procurement. It's always, if you look at the way the government spends 60 to 70% of its budget in procurement, and once you have not tackled the problem of procurement, believe you me, you have not done anything. Because that's where the junk of the money goes. So what is important now, it's wherever you are, if you discover problems, why can't you sit down and find out where are these problems? What is the cause of this problem? The cause of this problem in Nigeria actually is non-compliance with the actual professionalism in the system. And this will only be done by those who are trained to carry out the activities.
Similarly, Registrar of the Institute, Mr. Mohammed Aliyu, who noted that procurement was closely linked to development, said effective development could only be achieved with efficient procurement. According to him, procurement is a vital element in every field, from health to education, and without a sound procurement system, hospitals will wait for drugs, teachers for textbooks, and cities for roads.
Behind procurement is very simple. Money is taken care of by accountant. Human health is taken care of by medical doctor. Information is taken care of by media expert. Engineering function is taken care of by engineers. Then, an area that consumes the 80 to 90% according to the World Bank study is neglected. What are we doing?
The Abuja coordinator of the institute, Abdul Maman, in his remarks, stressed the need to fully implement the Procurement Act of 2007. He recalled that the enactment of the act was based on a World Bank study and advice in 1999 for Nigeria to make laws around its procurement.
Since the enactment, because it was based on legal framework and institutional mechanisms, and as a result of, since it was enacted in 2007, the most important and veritable section of the law, which has to do with Constitution of the National Council on Public Procurement, have not been done till date. Successive governments, including this one, have not done that.
The coordinator, who is a fellow of the institute, said one of the major problems affecting Nigeria was the non-implementation of laws which it had passed. He therefore called on governments to intensify their efforts to implement laudable laws that it had already enacted.
But specifically in 2008, February 2017, the present administration made an effort and wrote to membership of the council to forward in their representative. We did, but nothing is heard about it anymore. And one important thing that we are seeing that is affecting the country is issue of implementation of laws, beautiful laws, because the procurement law is one of the sunshine laws that will have bring Nigeria out of the doldrum, doing it correctly and rightly. Rather, what do we see? Every Tom, Dick and Harry in Nigeria become a procurement officer because they lessen the potency, the capacity that is required to propel that law to fruition by trying as much as possible to get anyone who they feel they can to be a procurement officer. And if you are not productive, you will be destructive, because the essence of this is that this particular institute was brought to life and the law was passed the same time with that of the Public Procurement Act as a result of the recommendation by the World Bank. Because you need to have professionals that are to run this particular profession, just like accountancy, medicine, and other.
And I shall remain a worthy ambassador for this institute at all times. So help me God. Congratulations. Thank you.